Hi, everyone. It's Miss Clark. Have you been missing our Bad Guys book as much as I have? Yeah, I bet you have. I thought that I would start at the beginning again and make a video for one chapter or one or two chapters at a time, depending on how long they are, and then share them. That way you can remember what's happened. Remember, we were a little bit more than halfway through the book before we had to stop going to school. So we'll get ourselves caught up and then we'll finish the book before the end of the school year. So for those of you who have been with us in class, remember this is the second Bad Guys book that we have read. We read the very first one, book one, and then this is book two, right? You can always look on the spine. This is book two, The Bad Guys, Mission Unpluckable. So again, just to remind you of what happened, we'll go ahead and start reading. And then when we get to the place where we left off before school closed, we'll keep reading together so we can find out. All right, let's start. Remember how this starts? It starts sort of at the end, picks up the end of the first book, of book one. So this is sort of what happened at the end as a little bit of a reminder. So it says, remember, BG, Bad Guys, newsflash, panic at the dog pound. We interrupt this program to bring you a breaking news story. Tiffany Fluffit is our reporter on the scene. Tiffany, what can you tell us? So this is the news anchor, Chuck Mellon. Here's Tiffany Fluffit on the scene. Thanks, Chuck. Well, there have been shocking scenes at the dog pound today. It seems some kind of crazed gang burst in, smashed down a wall, and then drove away in a very loud hot rod car, causing 200 terrified puppy dogs to run away in fright. I have with me Mr. Graham Plonker, Chief of Dog Pound Security. Mr. Plonker, how would you describe these monsters? Oh, well, it all happened so fast, but I'm pretty sure there were four of them. So again, remembering back to book one, when the bad guys helped release or get the dogs from the dog pound to escape, but really they scared the dogs more than anything else. And then remember, this was the guard at the dog pound. So now he's going to tell us about the four people, or the four characters. I mean, there was definitely a wolf, a really mean-looking wolf with pointy teeth, exclusive footage. And there was a snake, a very ugly snake, who also seemed very cranky for some reason, right? Cranky means grumpy. Have you seen this snake? Then there was a young lady, or possibly a gigantic shark. It was hard to tell which. Remember how Mr. Shark, right? Pretty girl or deadly shark? Mr. Shark dressed up as a girl, and the security guard, Mr. Plonker, sort of liked her. Oh, yeah, and there was also some kind of nasty little fish, maybe a sardine, not sure. Mutant sardine on the loose. Remember how Mr. Piranha does not like to be called a sardine. But Mr. Plonker, would you say that these villains seemed dangerous? Oh, yes, Tiffany, they're dangerous, all right. In fact, I'd say we are dealing with some serious bad guys live from the dog pound. Okay, so now you can see who's watching the news. Here's Mr. Wolf, there's Mr. Piranha, there's Mr. Snake, and there's Mr. Shark. So that was kind of a reminder from book one, and now we're starting chapter one. Okay, let's try that again. What's that guy talking about? We saved those puppy dogs. It was a rescue. We're the good guys here. Poor Mr. Piranha. And for the last time, I am not a sardine. I'm a piranha. Munch, munch, munch. He's eating the TV. See, Wolf, no one is ever going to believe we're good guys. I'm getting out of here before the cops come looking for us. Oh, no, you don't, Mr. Snake. We're not going to quit now. We're just getting started. Don't forget how good it felt to rescue those dogs. All we need to do now is make sure that everyone can see that we're heroes. We just need to do something so awesome that the whole world will sit up and take notice. What did you have in mind, Mr. Wolf? This. Sunnyside Chicken Farm. You want us to break into a chicken farm? Chickens? Remember, we start to notice something with Mr. Snake and chickens. Did you say chickens? A chicken farm, but that little chickie looks happy. She doesn't need to be rescued. Oh, really? Well, take a look inside Sunnyside Chicken Farm, fellas. 10,000 chickens stuffed into tiny cages, 24 hours a day with no sunlight and no room to run and play. That's awful. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. What are we waiting for? We need to set those little chickie babies free. And remember, we counted how many times Mr. Snake said this. Let's go, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times. Oh my goodness. What's up with Mr. Snake? I don't know. I guess he just really loves chickens. Drool, drool. And then remember, here's his thought bubble. And this is what Mr. Chicken is thinking. Mr. Snake is thinking about the chickens. Well, hello. Are you okay, man? Huh? And he's drooling. Remember, sometimes when you get really hungry and you're thinking about some food, you start to have saliva come out of your mouth a little bit. That's drooling. Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just thinking that chickens are delicious. I mean, delightful. And I think we need to save them all right now. Oh, if only it were that simple, my friend. But I'm afraid I have some bad news. Sunnyside Chicken Farm is impossible to break into. Well, then we wonder why Mr. Wolf is even suggesting it if it's not possible. It's a maximum security chicken farm with steel walls that are 30 feet high and 8 feet thick. There are no windows and all the doors are heavily guarded. And even if you did get inside, you'd be caught instantly because if you touch the floor, an alarm goes off. If you touch the walls, an alarm goes off. And if you walk into the laser beams, an alarm goes off. Floor alarms, wall alarms, laser alarms. Okay, then I don't know how Mr. Wolf thinks the bad guys or the good guys are going to do this. Did you say laser beams? Why are you even showing us this, Chico? We don't have the skills to pull off a job like this. No, we don't. But I know a guy who does. Who? Me. Remember, this is a new character and a new group of the gang, and we learned something about Mr. Shark at this time, too. Chapter 2 will be next.